What's up, guys? What's up? That is one of the pots that washed away during the floods. Just crossed that now. The mountain is sopping wet still. Like I said, what's up? What's up? Not WhatsApp. I'm going to do a circular route. I started walking from home, and within less than 10 minutes I was on the trail. Let's do a circular route. I've started measuring it on Wikilog, so I don't think I have before, and we see how long it is. The trail itself I've walked numerous times. There's a small dam built, ancient old dam probably, built from rocks, sopping wet still. Oh, frog! Got a little frog. The mountain is wet for December. For December, this mountain is wet. Not used to seeing it this wet in December. We will see. Just walked my head into a bloody branch here. What it's like further up. Anyway, we're gonna go out of this forest section and then over the railway line, literally just over it, not onto it, just cross it. Then some of the work starts going up along a forest, pine forest section. There we guarantee to have informal little stream running. If I see how wet it is here, down that piece of road, which is probably not even possible to drive anymore. If the water's running here, then this mountain is saturated. I know this mountain. Anyway, let's go and have a look. And if I decide to talk, then I'll talk. And if I don't decide to talk, you're going to hear more birds. Maybe I'll talk, then keep quiet. Why I say that is because there's a viewer, South African again, on my YouTube channel, who has been following some of the videos, and Mrs. Ardendorf has not had one single good comment to say, until she had a complaint, bitching and moaning a bit, wailing I suppose, like she calls it. Hit the road, Mrs. Ardendorf. You're not obligated to follow my channel, and we like to welcome people who do want to see the surrounding area of Gorge. But if we get a viewer, if you don't have something good to say, don't say anything. That's the way I was brought up. But hey, if you do, then as far as I need, I'll just block you. Not from viewing. You can't block somebody from viewing. You can certainly block somebody from leaving any comments, future comments. Bitching, moaning about me talking too much. I just said to her, what the hell are you doing on the channel then? Scroll past, move on. Plenty of other channels. She says, I'll do that. I said, great stuff. You're going to like this little circular route. The power van has just come past. So obviously the railway line is in working order again. Damaged parts have obviously been repaired, and my shoelace is loose. There's actually a pipeline that was laid by the municipality, by a contractor. Huge pipe that was laid here in this open strip, all along here, all along. And from time to time they actually come in, or they used to come and maintain this grass, this long grass here, and bushes and stuff, and it looked quite smart when they did. It's obviously been ages one of those stuck away jobs that they do in the mountain that people don't normally know about. But it's been quite a while. Who knows when they're going to clean it up, come in with the tractor and come and cut it again. You would not believe this is a road. This is my first time here. I've been on here plenty of times, lots of times, but my first time on here since the flood, which is now about 2.5 weeks ago. And it's not a road anymore. It's a beautiful stream. The team of Working on Fire and maybe Department of Forestry is going to have to bring in gravel and come and make some sort of plan here, because we're now into the fire season. Even with all this rain, formally speaking, the fire season has begun. So this road is, well, what's supposed to be a road is normally used by Working on Fire, the team of Working on Fire, to get up into the mountain, get further up. Not even the best off-road truck is going to be able to go here. Totally washed away. Something interesting. And I think we're going to have it all the way up. There's no road. Road is gone. I love the way one can see other people have walked up here, taking shortcuts around fallen trees, and the water flows. Jeez. I should actually ask on my town group that consists of about 75,000 people if there's anybody on the group that works for Working on Fire, and ask them, just for interest sake, what they're going to do, or if they're going to do anything. Because if there's a fire further up, which we've had, and they have, I've seen them use this road to get up to fires, then no can do. Only way is with a helicopter and with a spotter plane and the 2 bombers. Thing is, we had 2 rounds of rain. The flood within 18 hours, the big one, and then about a week later another good 70 odd millimeters. That would be about 4.5 inches about a week after that, which is like follow-up rain to what was already a sopping wet mountain. Quite spectacular actually for hikers like me. And there's plenty of us that just like to go for a walk or two. Something very pretty actually. Peaceful. Yeah, this section it splits up into a fork, You can go to the left here. If you go to that top one there, it makes a round circle, which can end up taking you to one of the old dams. It's like a longer way, but if one wants to go to the old dam, well, at least one of the old dams, there's two old ones that are built the same way. One is just smaller than the other one. One can... I just thought I saw a little bushbuck here. Then one can go that way around, or there's a shorter way, in fact. But we've now taken the right turn, where we're going to be heading into forest. Some of the forest is actually invasive wattle trees, and then it'll become more indigenous. And I can guarantee you that a large part of it is going to be seriously muddy. One of those spots where I might wonder whether I should have come with my bigger boots, but we'll see. Ferns, actually invasive ferns, believe it or not. They look very pretty, we'll grant them that, all these ferns, but they're invasive. What should be growing in this part of South Africa is fynbos. Fynbos is purely indigenous to this section of South Africa and nowhere else in the world. But since the fire, we've got ferns, and I'll record once we enter that piece of forest. Totally washed away as well, maybe with a photo. This is actually supposed to be a road here. Wow. Must have had a couple of tons of water coming here. Thing is, it may not look like an impressive photo, but the significance of it will be something to me. Just, I don't know if you can see, look at that fern. Massive fern, huge root system. Just flattened, lying towards its side there. Yep. I want to tell you a little secret. Everything's a bit dark. I must say I love this weather. You see this path going up here? There's, within that forest further up, round about there, somewhere around there, there's a guy by the name of Marcus who lives in a tent there. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. And he's been living by himself for years. He built himself a hut. I may have mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll briefly tell those about it. Anybody who stumbles upon this and hasn't heard about it. He built himself a little hut with planks, and perfectly, I tell you, I would settle for just a couple of planks put together, got a roof over your head, and he's been a loner by himself for years and years and years. So much so that he often talks to himself when I see him. Not a lot of money, bit of an impoverished guy, but hey, even if he talks to himself, as long as the man is happy, I'm glad for his sake. Then what happened was his hut burned down 3 years ago, when we had, this time of the year, almost to the day, we had a fire 3 years ago that burnt down this entire mountain, and his hut burned down. And I should go and see if I can pay him a visit, because he'll recognize my face. We might have an interesting little conversation, and go and see if he's been trying to build anything up again. It's funny how they come back to the same place. How people like to come back to the same place, even if it's just living in a tent. Same spot. Anyway, we're going to get to a beautiful rock formation down now, and I'll show you when we get there. Listen to this bird, if it starts again. Locally known as pietbuifvrouw. Just when I start recording, he's quiet. No man, come on, start again. Now he's quiet. You can hear him from far away normally. Oh well, we'll record when we get to the rocks. And here we're at the rocks, the cliff. Makes for something scenic here. So let me take a photo while I'm recording. See if I can take a photo with my DSLR here. Sorry about the shaking, guys. Sorry about the shaking. Just bear with me, because I'd like to continue this video clip. Muddy, 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 like I thought it's going to be. Like I thought it's going to be, and now you're going to see. Muddy, muddy, muddy. Always muddy here. Even in the fairly dry season. I knew somewhere along the line I would step in mud. I used to camp up there until it got invaded by wattle trees after the fire. I used to take my tent up and just go and set up tent there for a night, and I had a beautiful view over town at night, especially. You see all the lights. Want to see a little dam, which is bound to be full. Look what the flood has done to these trees here. We are like just a couple of yards, 30-40 meters away from a dam. Sweet little old dam. I'm going to take a photo of this. This sort of stands out. Could be a nice photo. I'm a bit concerned. This is wide open now, and this old section here is easy to see, which will obviously bring, this was obviously a pump house, which is now easy to see for anybody that walks past. Used to be a nice little only I know place. Let's see what this little dam looks like. It's still standing. You got to grant it that. Built with the little rocks. and it's still standing. My goodness gracious, there's hardly a drop in it. Why? Why? Has some part of it broken? Interesting. Let's have a look at the bottom here. Huh. Well, there's a drain at the bottom. So any water is drained straight through there permanently. By the looks of it, I don't know if you're going to see it there in the center. Can only imagine what this must have looked like when it was full, running over. Let's take a photo. This is another pod, totally washed away. Total change of topography. Got a waterfall that's formed there now, right in the center of your screen. Small little waterfall. This road is gone. Yeah. We're heading into the direction of home. Now I'm a bit worried. There is a section that could be pretty close to inaccessible, in which case we almost back at home, and I may have to make a U-turn and go all the way around, the long way around again, the same way back. That we'll have to see. First going to go into another piece of forest now after this road, and then into sort of like invasive forest again, and we'll have to see there. Can you hear the water? On the right hand side there, we're going to get to another fork here now, and on the right hand side there's a fence that's been put up, a gate that's been put up by Waterworks. Now, had it not been for that, one could take a shortcut and go to the right hand side. Now, I don't feel like having issues with them. I have gone down there before and sort of like got somebody's attention to just press the button and open the gate for me, but I don't want to make a habit of it. So we're going to go left here and then into the forest now. If we carry on with this road, probably within 100 meters, I don't know, what's that, 80 yards, somewhere around there, 60 yards, there's a huge concrete platform, but we're going to turn into this forest here. And anyone who has regularly followed, by the way, this here is where I have seen 2 or 3 little bucks often. I'm going to keep quiet. Let's see if we're lucky and we get them on the video here. I just saw some spores of them. Used to be on the left hand side here. No, I doubt it. I mean, I'm wearing this bright yellow shirt, which isn't helping much anyway. Anyway, that platform used to be anything you can think of. Pack house maybe, I don't know, load shed, sawmill, but it's huge surface. Look how this trail is washed away, yeah? Yeah, pity. It makes it very difficult for people like hillbillies, which is a huge, fairly large cycling club, and have done a lot of work in not only maintaining some of the trails, but actually even creating some. So where we didn't have any cyclists in the past at all. Having this club now, basically with lots and lots of off-road bikes, I love the spurs of this buck here, is actually beneficial. And then you might got to give and take. They're in the mountain, they're not going anywhere, but they're doing people like myself a favor as well by creating new ones. May as well carry on recording here. There also used to be a bridge here. Houston, we might have a problem. Not a big one. Yep, down, up. You can see other people have walked here. Sorry about the coughing. No, it's open. That's good news. It's open. I thought a lot of the trees will have collapsed over here. I hear that little train again. Well, no, it's a pump house. If one didn't actually know these are invasive trees, one could be forgiven for thinking this is quite beautiful. Complete overlap shade when it's hot months. Looks to me like only one person so far has walked here. Beautiful shade. No snakes. I'm going to get to the railway line here and then may as well cross it. There are options. Walk along it. What do you want me to do? Let's vote. You want me to walk on the railway line on the way back? Allison, Ardendorf, I'm not going to keep quiet. Not today. You know what? Okay, I have an idea. If anybody is watching this, please comment. Please feel free to comment. I have an idea. Could be a complex idea, but there's a guy by the name of a channel by the name of The Boring Channel. And I love The Boring Channel. The Boring Channel mows lawns for people. And he does it for free. And I mean, he's got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and people find it mesmerizing, including me, watching him mow lawns, especially really high, overgrown, out of control lawns. Now he's created himself 2 channels. His original one was almost like my one today, lots of talking, and because he likes to talk. Now I've created 1 or 2 videos where I haven't said a word. I do sometimes do that on purpose. Sorry about my running nose, especially to that particular Afrikaner who left that terrible comment, to put it mildly. And anyway, idea is maybe create 2 channels. The one where I talk and describe things to the best of my knowledge, Like maybe that guy who lives in the mountain today. Maybe somebody found that interesting, talking about him, telling you about it, and his tent that he lives in, the power van that comes past, what the power van's about, telling people about that, especially maybe a foreigner. Local people in my town would know some of this. I tell you, nobody in my local town knows about Marcus. I don't know, and other things. History of the dam, of the one old dam. Describe that maybe when I get to it sometimes, for the sake of somebody who stumbles on that video as their first viewing video on my channel, etc, etc. And the hut, the Tierkop hut that we passed, the name of the river where we get to, the floods that we've had. Describe that in when I talk. But I can also try and create a channel where I don't say a single word. I'm in Afrikaans they say plucking myself a lot here. What would that be in English? By bringing this idea up, in other words, possibly creating myself quite a bit of extra work, starting up, not starting up the channel, but recording two ways at the same time. One where I don't say a word and you just see the scenery and guesswork where I am, and the other one where I talk a bit and describe where we are and what this is or what that is to the best of my knowledge. Who would like me to do that? Start up a second channel. I'll consider it. Well, it's not like my channel. I'm talking about things as if my channel has got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I mean, I don't even have 200 subscribers yet. But clearly by now, there are some people who are viewing this one video that was viewed about close to 10,000 times of this flood. It was only about 6 minutes. So who knows, maybe it gets some momentum. I've noticed with South Africans that they do follow, but they're reluctant to leave a single comment. Please, leave comments, guys. Tell me what you think. Do you like the scenery? Do you like the area? Are you new to this area when you're viewing it? Where are you from? Tell us, are you from the States, Europe, Australia? How have you stumbled upon this? And if you don't leave a comment, as I've also said before, I still like making them, because I can refer to them when there's somebody in the hiking group who's never walked a particular trail. I can send the link to that person and say, have a look, run through the video and get a good idea about what you're going to see if you come and join. So I'll carry on doing it. Why not? Now this is where I must stop Wikiloc actually. And we go down here and we're going to be up the street. We started at 1:20 and it's 38 minutes past 2. Started at home from 1:20. So that's 1 hour and 20 minutes. Let's see what Wikiloc says. Anyway, last little clip here. Thanks for joining, people. Please feel free to subscribe. We're going to be doing, myself and a friend of mine are going to be doing a longer one on Sunday, which will be at, I've done it before, but it is spectacular with an awesome sea view. And I've done it 2 times, like I said, but it's worthwhile. It's one of those that's always worthwhile doing again. Please click on subscribe if you like any of these and you like to see what the area is like, and stay up to date with what the mountain looks like after floods and things like that. Please comment as well. Don't have to, but it would be nice if you do. Tell us what you think. Tell me what you think about this whole idea, about making these videos. And click on subscribe. For any local people who don't know about subscribe, it sounds so formal, but it's not really that formal. Once you click on subscribe, all you're doing is creating yourself the ability to be notified when I upload another video. Most foreigners know that, but I have the feeling a lot of local people are under the impression it's subscribe where you've got to fill in your details and things like that. There's a little fire going on there. Far away from here we have a little fire there. I wonder what that's about. Then anyway you get updated, you stay up to date with when there's been a new upload. YouTube will just let you know, and you don't have to go to my channel to see if there has been anything new. Anyway, thanks for joining and stay tuned, guys.